Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Sam. I'm a professional hairstylist, and today's video is going to be another critiquing my subscribers' hair. But before we get into the video, I have to give a quick shout out to Function of Beauty. Thank you to them for sponsoring this portion of this video. I'm sure that most of you guys have heard of Function of Beauty by now, but for those of you who haven't, they are a company that makes 100% customizable shampoo and conditioner. All of their products are made with no parabens, sulfates, GMOs, or toxins, and they are all 100% vegan and cruelty free. And I get questions from you guys all the time asking for my recommendations for hair products and specifically shampoo and conditioner. But the thing is, hair products are not really a one size fits all. You really need to make sure that you're getting the best products for your hair specifically based on your hair type and your hair goals. And that's what's really cool about Function of Beauty. So you go on their website and you fill out a really quick, simple quiz answering some questions about your hair. And then you get to pick the color and fragrance of your shampoo and conditioner. And you get to put your name on the bottle, which is so awesome. So it's made specifically for you. When I did the little quiz, the first question they ask is your hair type. I said that mine is wavy, my hair structure is fine, my scalp moisture is normal, and then you can select up to 5 hair goals. So for my hair specifically, I said that I wanted it for deep conditioning, I wanted it to replenish my hair, to strengthen it, I needed color protection because of course I color my hair, and then I wanted it to volumize as well. And then they give you an option to select if you would like a silicone-free formula. In my professional opinion, I highly suggest selecting a silicone-free formula. That's what I did for mine. And then there's a few different fragrances that you can choose from, or you can select fragrance-free. For mine, I selected rose, and I'm obsessed. I don't know what's been into me lately, but I want everything to smell like rose. So I've been using a rose scented body wash, and now my hair smells like rose too. It's so good, I love it. You can even select the fragrance strength, whether you want it to be light, medium, or strong. I selected medium for mine. Then you can put down your name or your nickname, whatever you want printed out on the bottle. And then you can select the colors for both of your bottles. You can even do dye-free if you'd like. So for my shampoo, I decided to do dye-free, so it's just this plain white color. And then for my conditioner, I selected the lavender color. They also have some custom hair treatments that you can add on to your order. I selected to do the leave-in treatment. That was what was recommended for me based on my hair goals. The leave-in treatment is a conditioning treatment that's supposed to smooth, hydrate, and protect the hair. So I just take a pump of this on my wet hair after I get out of the shower, and I just run it through the mid-strand and ends of my hair. So I've been using my custom formula now for the last few weeks, and I'm obsessed. It's just so soft, it feels so good, smells amazing. I really love it. So go ahead and click the link down in the description to get 20% off your first order of Function of Beauty. All right, now let's jump right into the video. If you have never seen one of these videos before, I've been doing them for a little while on my channel now, and basically you guys send your photos in to me asking for my professional advice, whether you are just looking to change up your look, wanting suggestions for a new color, a new cut, or if you're having specific hair issues that you'd like a solution for. The first photo is from Eileen. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Oh my God, I'm so sorry if I butcher your name. She's from Denmark. Hey girl. She said, I have never dyed my hair and I don't really want to. I like to be blonde. So as you can see in the pictures, my hair is really blonde. I don't know what to do with it. In some light, it looks really yellow. And if I use purple shampoo, will it damage my hair? Would I still be able to say that it's my natural hair and that I never dyed it? My hair also gets really greasy so fast. Do you have a tip for oily hair? I hate it. Oh, you're so cute. Your hair, I can't believe how light it is naturally. Oh my God. The thing about hair color and just color in general is that it is all subjective based on the lighting that you're in. So notice how she said in some light her hair looks really yellow. Unfortunately, that is impossible to avoid completely, because even if your hair was 100% white, if you go in lighting that's very yellow, your hair is gonna look yellow anyway. If you step in a room that has orange lighting, your hair is gonna look a little orange or gold. If you step in a room that has a blue light, your hair is gonna look blue. So just because your hair maybe looks yellow in certain lighting doesn't necessarily mean that your hair itself actually is yellow. But if you want your hair to be as light and white as possible, I mean, your hair is so light that if you did use purple shampoo, it would be like white, like almost silvery blonde. So yes, I highly recommend purple shampoo to anyone who's blonde and doesn't want to see any yellow tones at all in their hair. The way purple shampoo works is it's depositing a little bit of purple, not as much as if you were to take purple hair dye and put it on your hair, and that's what's going to neutralize any yellow you see in your hair. If you look at a color wheel, yellow and purple are on opposite sides from each other. That means they're complementary colors and that they neutralize or cancel each other out. So to remove yellow tones, you want to use something that has purple in it. It's not going to damage your hair at all. It's not creating a chemical reaction. It's just shampoo. However, it can get a little bit drying if you're using it on your hair every single time you wash it. So I would just swap the purple shampoo in maybe every other time you wash your hair, or maybe every third time, however often you feel you need it. And yes, it's still gonna be your natural color. You're not technically dyeing it or anything like that, because I said you're not doing a chemical reaction. Oh, and she also wanted to know tips for oily hair. My biggest tip, and what works really well for me and all of my clients, is dry shampoo. However, I put my dry shampoo in my hair when it's freshly washed, like right after I first style it on day one. I find that some people's hair, mine included, once it starts to get oily, it just looks gross. And even when you try to save it with dry shampoo, it's a little too late at that point. So I spray it in my hair first, and then I feel like I can go longer before it starts getting oily. So give that a try. The next photos are from Kaylee. She said, I literally haven't seen my natural hair color since I've been in 6th grade. There was a while in my life where I could totally relate to that. That being said, most of the color that's been on my hair has been box dye. Back in December, I got red highlights put in my hair professionally on top of black box dye. My hair has always been healthy, but it's now starting to break off more. Any hair mask recommendations? So here's the thing with box dye. It is just so strong, and the chemicals in it are so harsh, and it drives so deep into your hair's cuticle, and that's why it is such a pain to remove. And especially when you use black box dye, it's so much more difficult to lighten your hair than if you were to use professional color. If you think about it, when you go to a salon, the stylist is formulating your color specifically based on your hair currently and what your goal is. But when you go and you buy box dye, it's just like a one size fits all kind of thing. There's no custom formulation happening. And box dye, they make it super strong because it's meant to cover the most stubborn gray hair. And if you don't have really stubborn gray hair, you don't need your color to be that strong. And then especially once you go and lighten the hair, because in order to make black hair red, or really to make black hair any color other than black, you need to lighten it. So when you go and lighten the hair that's been box dyed, even if you can do it in a more gentle way so that the hair isn't left damaged immediately, it's still a chemical process. And here you have this hair that's been hit with such strong chemicals with the box dye, and now it's been hit with more strong chemicals with the lightener. So it leaves the hair a little bit more fragile. And over time, as you're washing it, as you're out in the sun, as you're flat ironing it, blow drying it, etc., it's gonna start to get more damaged. So that's why now, a few months later, you're starting to notice the breakage. And I would say once your hair's at the point where it's breaking off, a conditioning treatment isn't gonna really do as much for you. You're a little bit kind of past that at this point. So what I would suggest for you is Olaplex. So they make Olaplex number 3, which is an at-home treatment. It comes in a little bottle. You put it all over your hair. You're supposed to leave it in for at least 10 minutes, but you can leave it on for as long as you want. Honestly, in the past, when my hair's been super damaged, I've just slept with it in my hair. And I would say just keep using that every time before you're gonna go wash your hair. What Olaplex is a bond builder. So if you think of your hair strand like a house, for example, and I'm coming up with this analogy right now off the top of my head, so hopefully this works. Anytime you're doing a chemical reaction on your hair, coloring it, bleaching it, imagine that you're going through that house and you're just like knocking the walls down. After a while, you keep breaking those walls down, the house is eventually gonna cave in. It's gonna just all break and fall apart, right? Same thing with your hair. So Olaplex is gonna go into the hair strand and repair all of these bonds, like going into the house and fixing up the walls, like making the foundation in the house strong again. So I highly recommend getting that, and also making sure that you are going in and you're getting trims regularly. So that is my suggestion for you, Kaylee. Thank you for your photos. The next photos are from Nina. She said, I would really love to hear your opinion on what I should do with my hair. I've never dyed it, but I'd like to. I'm just scared that I would pick the wrong color or highlight. And I've been scared to cut any bangs because of the profile of my nose. I think it's big and it will get my nose more attention. But recently I've been thinking about bangs. Oh my God, you are so naturally beautiful. And honestly, as soon as I saw your face, I was like, oh my God, I could totally see this girl with a really cute, like, French bob. I don't know, I find that sometimes people who have stronger facial features feel like they need their hair to soften their features and to like cover them up a little bit more, but I feel the total opposite. And I feel like your hair should accentuate them, play off of them, show them off more. So I could totally see you with like a chin length, like really blunt, sharp bob, and then just these blunt, straight across bangs. I'll insert a picture of what I'm talking about. That would be so cute on you. But if that's a little bit too extreme, I could see you with some curtain bangs, like the ones that swoop down across your face. And then as far as your color, I love your natural color personally. I wouldn't want to change it, but I understand getting that itch and wanting to do something a little bit different. So I would just do something more subtle on you, like just add a few balayaged highlights, just mainly on the ends. I wouldn't overdo it, and I would do warmer toned highlights. Okay, the next photos, she didn't say her name. She said, I'm out of ideas with my hair, but I need a change. The collage picture is all the styles I've had the past 7 or 8 years. 3 years ago, I cut off 40 centimeters and went platinum blonde. I loved it, but hated the upkeep. I have not done anything to my hair the past 2 years. The side picture and the selfie is how it is now. Up top is my natural color, the middle is what they tried to match to my natural color, and the bottom is lighter because the platinum was there. I don't really care about the length or color. I work in retail, so crazy colors are not allowed, sadly. So if you have any ideas, please share. Oh my God, look at all those colors that you've had. And that braid in the middle is all the hair that she cut off. Damn, I don't think I've ever even been able to grow my hair that long to cut that much off. Personally, I really like that coppery color on you. If I saw just that photo of you and you didn't tell me anything, I would think that you were a natural redhead. I do really like you a lot though as a blonde, and especially if you're looking for something that's gonna be more low maintenance, then just sticking with your natural color is probably the easiest thing to do. Maybe add some lighter highlights or like a balayage or something just to like give it a little more dimension. The other thing I wanted to point out too, because she even said it in her message that like up top is one color, in the middle is a different color, the ends are another color. You can see that band that she has in her hair where it's very ashy up top, then in the middle it's a much warmer tone, and then the ends are like practically white. So if you were to do a coppery color again, that would be really easy because you could just throw that on and it would cover over everything and even everything out. But if you're gonna stick with blonde, I would definitely want to correct that band. So I would say either like a natural redhead kind of color or a blonde balayage if you want something that's more low maintenance. I can't decide between the two. Both would look amazing on you. It just kind of depends, I guess, how you feel about the upkeep. The next photos are from Ashley. She said, I have naturally like a level 3-4 hair. I never did anything to my hair until I lightened it, which is in this picture. I absolutely loved it and then wanted to change. I cut like all my hair off and then re-lightened it and felt like it was too blonde for me. My life, she said with this emoji. I totally relate to that. I decided that I would do something fun, so I got purple in it. My thing is, purple is hard to keep up with, it fades so fast. What would you recommend? Should I go back brown or get brown with a little pop of lighter brown / blondish at the bottom? What do you think? Oh, and she said she's going to Paul Mitchell school. That's so exciting. The thing is, like any kind of fashion color, like a colorful, unnatural color, purple, blue, pink, they all fade out of the hair so quickly. Like every time you wash it, it's gonna fade a little bit more. So yeah, it's definitely a pain to keep up with. I would keep your hair with the lighter pieces in it. When you have pre-lightened pieces in your hair, then you can play around with the tone of those pieces whenever you want. You can do different tones of blonde, or if you want to change it up and do like a pink. Plus, I feel like as a hairstylist, and I don't know what it is that you want to specialize in particularly, but if you're interested in doing color at all, I feel like you should have color in your hair. That's like me doing lash extensions. I feel like I should have lash extensions on just so that I can be like a walking billboard for myself, you know? So yeah, that's what I would do. I wouldn't go back dark, because then the thing is, if you change your mind and you want to go light again, unless you cut all your hair off and start from scratch, lightening your hair and then filling it and going dark again and then lightening it again, it puts a lot of strain on your hair and it's gonna end up really damaged. And trust me, I am telling you that professionally, but also from personal experience. So the next photos are from Sophie. She said, I find it difficult going to stylists because of my anxiety, etc. So I caught the box dye bug. I started off jet black and I'm slowly trying to lighten it, but have no idea how. Any suggestions, please? Oh my God, your eyes are so like, they just stand out so much to me. So pretty. By the way, in the last video, I was getting hate comments. People were telling me that I shouldn't compliment everyone so much because I think one person said that it was really fake, and then somebody else was just rude and was like, you should only keep your comments about their hair. Excuse me for wanting to compliment somebody. Like, what? If I'm looking at a photo of somebody and I think that their eyes are absolutely beautiful, or I love their makeup or their smile, like, I'm gonna point it out. It feels good to be complimented. God, some people are just really so miserable and it's really sad. Anyway, like I kind of mentioned earlier, box dye is really tough, and especially black box dye. Like that is, oh, it's so hard to get out of your hair. Now, it depends how many times you've box dyed it. If you've overlapped it multiple times and you have a whole bunch of layers of it built up in your hair, it's gonna be a lot more difficult, if not impossible, to remove it from your hair completely. In that case, you're gonna just have to kind of wait for it to grow and eventually just cut it out of your hair. Now, if you've only box dyed it like 1 or 2 times, then you're in luck. You should be able to fade it a bit. I wouldn't suggest trying to use bleach or an actual color remover on it if you're doing your hair at home, just because it's not gonna remove the color completely and it's not going to remove it evenly. And so your hair is most likely going to end up very red, orange, splotchy, stripy, uneven, not good. Removing box dye is hard enough for a hairstylist to do on a client, let alone doing it on yourself at home, especially when you aren't a professional and you don't totally know what you're doing. I will say what you can do to kind of help the color fade a little bit and to wash out as much of it as possible is use a clarifying shampoo. The Paul Mitchell No. 2 clarifying shampoo is awesome. It pulls everything out. So use that on your hair, wash it in really hot water, and when you have the shampoo in your hair, really scrub it super well and then leave it on there for like 5 to 10 minutes. It is going to make your hair feel a little bit dry because it's really stripping everything out of there. So I would make sure you're using a good conditioner afterwards and just keep doing that. And over time, after a few weeks, you should start to notice that the color doesn't look as dark. Another thing you can do is do a treatment at home. So just do a Google search for Malibu CPR. It's a little packet of powder. You have to mix it with water, apply it to your hair. I think you have to leave it on for like 45 minutes or so. That will help to remove some of the color as well. It's not gonna leave it all uneven and make some pieces orange like a regular color remover would. It's gonna just help try to pull as much of that color and just make it fade a little bit more for you. It looks like your root color is pretty light. So like I said, depending on how many layers of this color you have in there, you're not gonna be able to remove all of it. You're not gonna be able to go back to your natural color, but you will at least be able to get it to more of like a dark or medium brown. And then yeah, just kind of wait and let it grow and just cut it off little by little. And the fact that you said that you have anxiety about going to a salon is so sad to me, and I totally get it. A few years ago used to have really, really bad social anxiety, and even just going to the grocery store, I'd have to like mentally prepare myself all day for it. It was really crazy. I would love if you would leave a comment under this video or send me a DM on Instagram and let me know what city you live in. I would love to help you find a hairstylist in your area that you can trust to do your hair. Thank you so much for your photo, Sophie, and I wish you the best of luck. Okay, well now my iPad where I was pulling up all the emails died, so that's gonna have to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you would like to participate in one of these videos in the future, go ahead and email your photos to styledbysamthay@gmail.com. And make sure when you are sending your photos in, I can really see your hair fully, that they're taken in good lighting. Also, if you don't want your face included in the video, just let me know in the message, but it does help me out a lot, especially if you're asking for like cut and color suggestions to see your face so I can see like your features and your eye color and stuff. But yeah, that is gonna be it for this video. Don't forget to click the link down below to get 20% off your first Function of Beauty order, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!